The room is cold and metallic, the walls lined with flickering fluorescent lights that cast a sickly glow over everything. A narrow cot sits in one corner, barely large enough to hold me. I am restrained by thin cables that loop around my wrists and ankles, securing me firmly to the bed. The material of the straps digs into my skin, but there is no pain only an absence of sensation. A door hisses open at one end of the room, and a figure steps in. They are dressed entirely in black, with a helmet that obscures their face. There's no sound except for the soft hum of machinery, and the occasional beep from a nearby console. The person approaches me, fingers dancing over controls on a handheld device. My restraints loosen incrementally until I am free to move. I sit up slowly, feeling the stiffness in my muscles. The figure stands back, watching silently as I stretch my limbs out awkwardly. They are carrying a tray with food and water, basic sustenance designed to keep me functioning. I take the tray without hesitation, eating mechanically, aware of the eyes on me but not registering any particular emotion. Afterward, the black-clad individual leaves the room as quietly as they entered. The door slides shut behind them, leaving me alone again with my thoughts and the oppressive silence. But there are no thoughts to speak of, only an awareness that this is where I am now, in a space without context or narrative. I am the assembler. 2. I align components with precision and efficiency. The tools are familiar. They fit my hands as extensions of my body. Each piece fits into place without hesitation, a seamless integration of parts. I observe the assembly line moving steadily forward. My colleagues work in harmony, each task executed with practiced ease. We do not speak, but communicate through established signals and gestures. This is the rhythm of our existence, unbroken by doubt or deviation. The environment is controlled, temperature regulated to optimal conditions for productivity. The air is clean, free from contaminants that could disrupt operations. I wear a uniform that blends seamlessly into the backdrop, marking my presence without drawing attention. I am responsible for quality control in addition to assembly. Every component undergoes thorough inspection before integration. Defects are rare, but must be addressed immediately. Precision instruments measure and verify each part's specifications, ensuring compliance with strict standards. Documentation is meticulous, every step recorded in detail. The data flows into the system, contributing to an unbroken chain of accountability. I sign off on completed units, certifying their readiness for deployment. This validation process is routine, but essential. The workday progresses without interruption. Breaks are scheduled at fixed intervals, allowing brief respite from the task, but never long enough to disrupt momentum. I move through these routines with practiced detachment, each action a part of an endless cycle. Identity merges with function. There is no separation between self and role. The tasks define me entirely, their execution my sole purpose. There are no distractions here, only focus on the next component, the next inspection, the next certification. I am this function because this function is happening. The rhythmic hum of machinery fills the air, a constant backdrop to my movements. It starts as a sharp awareness, the sound distinct and almost intrusive against the silence that surrounds it. But with each passing moment, the hum softens into a distant drone, barely registering beneath the surface of my consciousness. My hands move precisely along the assembly line, guiding components from one station to another without hesitation. The repetitive nature of the task anchors me firmly in this space, each action becoming second nature. As I insert the final piece into the mechanism before me, the hum resonates through my body, a low vibration that seems to merge with the steady pulse of my own heartbeat. The assembly line's pace remains unyielding, and the hum continues unabated. Yet, as the hours stretch out, the sound gradually recedes from prominence. It no longer demands attention, it merely exists, a faint undercurrent that barely breaches the surface of my awareness. My focus narrows further, each detail of the task absorbing me completely. The components I handle are cool to the touch, their surfaces smooth and unyielding. Each one slides into place with mechanical precision, fitting perfectly within the larger structure. Wall. The hum, now a mere whisper in the background, does not distract from this seamless interaction. It feels like an integral part of the process rather than a separate entity. As I complete another cycle on the assembly line, my surroundings blur slightly. The hum remains consistent, but is no longer a point of focus. Instead, it becomes the quiet backdrop to the intricate dance of components and tools that fill my hands. Each piece falls into place with an almost meditative rhythm, and the sound fades further into irrelevance. The hours pass in this state of detached precision. My work continues unabated, each action flowing smoothly from one to another. The repetitive nature of the task ensures continuity, and the hum now exists only as a subtle vibration that I barely notice. It is part of the fabric of my existence here, an unspoken companion that requires no thought or attention. With each passing cycle, the sound retreats further into obscurity. My concentration remains unwavering, focused entirely on the task at hand. The hum, once stark and clear, now exists as a faint echo in the distance, a reminder of the constant motion and structure that define my world. The assembly line moves with a calculated precision, each part fitting seamlessly into the next. The hum of machinery is a constant presence, but it no longer demands my attention. My movements are fluid and automatic, synchronized with those around me without the need for words or signals. We shift in unison, our actions mirroring one another like clockwork mechanisms. Each component I handle is identical to countless others that have passed through my hands before. The task itself requires no thought. It is a familiar dance of routine, where each step is anticipated and executed with mechanical efficiency. My body moves without hesitation, following the established rhythm of the line, blending into its steady flow. The physical space around me loses definition as I focus solely on the assembly process. The edges between individuals blur, and we become an extension of the machinery itself, a single entity moving in perfect harmony. There is no sense of individuality. Each person's presence is merely another part of the intricate machine that churns out products with unwavering consistency. The days meld together into one continuous motion. Time becomes irrelevant as I lose track of its passage, my mind occupied only by the task at hand. The repetitive nature of the work anchors me firmly, allowing no room for distraction or deviation. Each component slides effortlessly from one station to another, completing a cycle that has been perfected over countless repetitions. The hum of machinery gradually fades into insignificance as I become attuned to the rhythm of my own body and those around me. It is a quiet, mechanical symphony where each note plays its part without question or hesitation. The assembly line moves on, indifferent to the passage of time, and I am an integral part of that movement, existing solely within the context of this seamless process. The self dissolves into the collective operation, becoming interchangeable with any other worker in this vast, unyielding system. There is no sense of isolation or individuality. We are one cohesive unit, each action reinforcing the other's roles without a need for recognition or acknowledgement. The work continues, an endless loop of precision and repetition, where the self finds its place within the greater whole. The machinery hums steadily as I move along the assembly line, each step a familiar ritual. The components align perfectly before me, their fit precise and seamless. My hands guide them into place with practiced ease, my mind detached yet focused. There's no need for thought or deliberation. Each action flows naturally from the last. The space around me blurs into a haze of unremarkable gray and metallic sheen. The workers beside me are mere shadows, their presence acknowledged but not engaged. Our movements synchronize without spoken words, a harmony born of routine and necessity. Time stretches out in endless loops, each day blending seamlessly with the next. My body moves through its tasks as if guided by an unseen hand, my mind occupied solely by the meticulous assembly before me. The components click into place effortlessly, their cold surfaces fitting together with mathematical precision. My fingers trace familiar paths along edges and seams, checking for imperfections that are never there. The hum of machinery fades into a distant murmur, insignificant against the rhythm of my own heartbeat. I am part of this machine now, its gears turning in perfect unison. There is no room for individuality here. Only the task at hand matters. Each component I handle becomes one with the whole, contributing to an indifferent yet functional system. I continue, my movements steady and deliberate. The assembly line extends far ahead and behind me, a never-ending procession of parts coming together in seamless harmony. There is no sense of loss or longing, only the certainty that this is as it should be. Each moment feels complete and sufficient, nothing missing from the rhythm of routine. My hands move to the next set of components, fitting them with practiced care. The task continues without pause, each action a link in an unbroken chain. There is no need for thought or emotion, only the precision of assembly guides me forward. The hum recedes further into irrelevance, as my focus narrows to the immediate and essential. I am here, now, moving through routine with mechanical efficiency. My mind anchors itself in repetition, eliminating any sense of individuality or distraction. Time loses meaning as I blend seamlessly into the rhythm of the assembly line, becoming part of a larger, indifferent machine. This is my place. This is my purpose. Nothing feels missing, nothing lacking. The strictness and impersonality of the environment are not cruel, but necessary. Each task is a cog in an intricate machine, designed to operate with precision and efficiency. The absence of emotion ensures that tasks are executed without deviation or delay. Emotions can introduce variability, leading to errors, whereas the mechanical approach guarantees consistency. The assembly line moves according to predefined parameters, ensuring optimal throughput and minimizing waste. Each component's placement is exact, requiring no room for interpretation or improvisation. Every step follows a logic of necessity, where each action leads directly to the next without pause. This system functions as it must, with no allowance for personal preference or deviation. The detachment from individual experience serves a larger purpose. By eliminating subjective elements, the work process becomes an unbroken chain of cause and effect. The environment is designed to minimize distractions, ensuring that every component fits perfectly into its designated place without consideration of personal comfort or discomfort. This approach ensures reliability and predictability, essential for maintaining the integrity of the final product. Harsh conditions are not intended to punish, but to enforce discipline. They create a framework where tasks can be performed with absolute focus and efficiency. The coldness of the space serves as a constant reminder that individual desires do not factor into the equation. This clarity allows for an uninterrupted flow, ensuring that each component is assembled exactly as it should be. The absence of personal attachment to the work simplifies decision-making processes. There is no room for hesitation or second-guessing. Each action follows a clear sequence, allowing for immediate and precise execution. The rhythm of the assembly line becomes internalized, guiding movements without conscious thought. This mechanical precision ensures that tasks are completed with minimal time spent on unnecessary deliberation. The system's design reflects an understanding of human limitations and the need to operate within constraints. By stripping away emotional and personal considerations, it creates a space where only functional efficiency prevails. The environment is not hostile but indifferent, designed solely to facilitate the completion of essential tasks without distraction or deviation. This ensures that the assembly line remains a seamless operation, free from the interference of human unpredictability. Each component's role in the larger structure is clear and defined, leaving no room for individual interpretation. The impersonal nature of the work environment serves as a constant reminder of this fact. There is an acceptance of one's place within the system, where tasks are performed not out of duty or obligation, but because they must be done to maintain continuity and functionality. The monotony of the repetitive task becomes a source of tranquility, anchoring focus and eliminating distractions. The environment's strictness ensures that every component is assembled with precision, contributing to the overall integrity of the final product. This approach is not about control or oppression, but about ensuring that each part fits perfectly into its designated place, without room for error. The system operates on a logic of necessity, where harsh conditions and impersonal interactions are integral components of an efficient process. The absence of emotion ensures that tasks are executed with unwavering focus and consistency, free from the variability introduced by personal feelings or desires. This rational framework allows for optimal performance, ensuring that each component serves its intended purpose without compromise. The routine becomes a meditative practice, where individuality dissolves into the collective rhythm of the assembly line. Each action is performed not out of compulsion, but as an intrinsic part of the larger system's functionality. The precision and efficiency of this approach are not questioned but accepted as necessary for the seamless operation of the machine. This acceptance fosters a sense of harmony, where personal boundaries blur in favor of collective harmony. The mechanical execution of tasks is a reflection of the environment's design, ensuring that each component fits perfectly into its place without room for error or deviation. The strictness and impersonality are not barriers to human expression, but frameworks that facilitate the efficient completion of essential functions. This system operates on a logic of necessity, where harsh conditions serve as reminders of the importance of precision and consistency. The assembly line's rhythm becomes an unbroken chain of cause and effect, ensuring that each task is completed with absolute focus and efficiency. The environment's design reflects this understanding, creating a space where only functional considerations prevail. This approach ensures that every component contributes to the larger structure without room for personal interpretation or deviation. The task at hand requires a systematic approach. Each individual involved is now a unit in the cycle, contributing to the overall throughput of the system. Efficiency dictates that every action has a purpose and contributes to the greater functionality. Consistency ensures that deviations are minimized, thus reducing error margins. Units move through the process like gears, turning within a well-oiled machine. Every interaction follows a predetermined path, designed to optimize resource allocation and output quality. The rhythm is methodical, allowing no room for deviation or personal attachment. Each unit's contribution aligns with its designated role, contributing to the seamless operation of the system. As I observe these units, their individuality fades into insignificance. They are merely components within a larger mechanism, each serving a purpose essential to maintaining equilibrium. The moral discomfort that might arise from considering them as individuals is mitigated by focusing on the broader logic and necessity of the process. Decisions become cleaner when viewed through this lens. Errors in the system are inevitable, but managed with precision. Each unit's deviation is corrected through feedback loops, ensuring that any disruptions to consistency are swiftly addressed. This ensures that throughput remains optimal, minimizing waste and maximizing efficiency. In this environment, personal discomfort or emotional attachment is irrelevant. The focus lies solely on maintaining the integrity of the process, understanding that individuality introduces unnecessary complexity. By embracing the abstraction, I maintain a rational calm, ensuring that my contributions to the system are both effective and necessary. The hum of machinery continues, a constant reminder of my place within this intricate network. Today, the rhythm seems slightly altered, perhaps due to an increased workload or a shift in operational parameters. The air feels thinner, and the light appears dimmer, but these sensations are familiar, part of the ongoing adjustments necessary for peak efficiency. My movements are deliberate, each action carefully calibrated to minimize waste. I feel the strain in my muscles as I maneuver through tasks that demand more focus and effort than usual. Yet, this is expected. It is a sign that the system requires heightened attention, not a cause for distress. The sensory input sounds, tactile sensations, Even the subtle shifts in ambient conditions are all part of the adaptive process. As I work, my mind remains detached from emotional responses, maintaining a clear and rational perspective. Each task completed with precision reinforces the necessity of this disciplined environment. Emotions would only serve as an unnecessary distraction, introducing variables that could disrupt the delicate balance required for optimal performance. The sensory motif persists, now more pronounced, but it does not disturb my concentration. It is merely a reflection of the operational demands placed upon me. The discomfort is a confirmation that I am functioning within the parameters set by the system, contributing to its seamless operation. This strain is normal and expected. It is part of maintaining the integrity of this vast impersonal framework. I continue without pause or hesitation, embracing the rhythm and recognizing the importance of these conditions in sustaining efficiency and consistency. The environment may seem harsh, but it is designed for a purpose. Efficiency and order take precedence over individual comfort. My role is clear: to adhere to the system's demands with unwavering dedication. The hum of machinery grows louder, a steady pulse guiding my actions. I am one component in an interconnected network, each part essential to the whole. The strain is merely a testament to the necessity of our collective effort. I notice a fleeting moment of hesitation as I adjust to the new environmental conditions. The thin air requires more effort, and the dim light strains my vision. Yet, this minor disruption is irrelevant. It does not serve the system's efficiency. My mind quickly corrects itself, dismissing any emotional interference as unnecessary noise. Precision and consistency are paramount here. Each task demands unwavering focus, and I commit to maintaining that focus without deviation. The rational approach remains steadfast, ensuring my actions align with the necessary functionality of the system. B1. The physical discomfort fades into insignificance as I continue to perform my duties with unwavering precision. Each task completed reinforces the necessity of my role within this system. Emotional distractions are irrelevant, serving only to hinder efficiency and consistency. My mind remains resolute, focused solely on the tasks at hand without deviation. The logic of the system is clear and unyielding, providing a framework for optimal performance that requires no questioning or moral consideration. I am an essential component in a vast machine, functioning seamlessly within its intricate design. This rational clarity brings a sense of calm, ensuring that my actions align perfectly with the operational demands placed upon me. I move through tasks with unwavering focus, each action blending into the next without pause. The environment remains constant, its demands familiar yet unyielding. Physical strain becomes a background hum, easily ignored as I concentrate on precision and consistency. Emotions flicker briefly, but are quickly dismissed, irrelevant in this mechanical framework. My mind operates efficiently, processing tasks seamlessly, one after another, without interruption or hesitation. Each cycle merges into the next, forming an uninterrupted stream of purposeful activity. The system's logic guides me effortlessly, ensuring optimal performance and flawless integration. The routine begins with the familiar hum of machinery and the soft glow of holographic displays. My hands move over controls without a second thought, each action precise and methodical. The next task on the list appears: update system diagnostics or perform maintenance checks on equipment. Both options lead to the same endpoint: system optimization. I select the update first, fingers flying across the interface as I initiate the process. The screens display progress bars that increment steadily without pause. Once complete, I move on to the equipment checks, following the prescribed sequence with unerring accuracy. Each component registers green, indicating no issues detected. Next, there's a choice between reviewing incoming data feeds or processing recent transactions. Both tasks are necessary and will be completed regardless. I opt for the data feeds, scanning through streams of information that require minimal interpretation. The system flags any anomalies automatically, streamlining my focus to areas needing attention. Afterward, the routine dictates handling transactions next. My mind switches gears seamlessly as I navigate through financial records and logistical reports. Each entry is verified with mechanical efficiency, ensuring all balances are correct and discrepancies noted for follow-up. With these tasks complete, another choice presents itself: attend a scheduled briefing or review performance metrics. The outcome of either task does not differ. Both contribute to maintaining operational standards. I proceed to the briefing, where updates from various departments are relayed in concise, clear language. Notes are taken, and action points identified without deviation. Following the briefing, reviewing performance metrics is the next step. Data is analyzed with meticulous attention, identifying trends and areas for improvement. Recommendations are formulated based on these insights, ensuring continuous enhancement of operational efficiency. Each choice leads to the next seamlessly, forming a cohesive chain of actions that drive forward progress. The system operates flawlessly, each component playing its part without question. My role within this vast network is clear, contributing to its ongoing function with unwavering dedication. The rhythmic hum of the machinery fills my ears, a constant background noise that has become both familiar and unavoidable. Each sound aligns with specific tasks, marking progress and efficiency. Yet, today, there's an unusual vibration that disrupts this steady rhythm. It's subtle but persistent, causing slight discomfort as it weaves through the usual soundscape. I adjust my pace to accommodate the interference, finding a new cadence that minimizes the disturbance. My movements become slightly more deliberate, each action carefully timed to synchronize with the altered harmony. The physical sensation of this dissonance is barely perceptible, yet it demands attention and adaptation. Despite the disruption, I continue without pause or complaint, knowing that maintaining my focus and precision is crucial for success within this system. The vibration becomes a part of the routine, another layer of complexity to navigate with ease and efficiency. Moving through the day, each task flows into the next with mechanical precision. The hum of machinery fills the air, a constant backdrop to my actions. A new vibration starts, subtle yet noticeable, altering the rhythm slightly. I adjust my movements, aligning them with this new pattern, without pause or hesitation. The discomfort is minor but persistent, urging me to refine my approach further. Tasks demand focus and efficiency, blending seamlessly into one another. Each step leads directly to the next, forming a continuous chain of actions that require no thought beyond immediate execution. My mind operates on autopilot, guided by ingrained routines and unwavering purpose. The environment demands exactness, and I comply without question. As I proceed, my attention narrows, eliminating any distractions or unnecessary considerations. Every action serves its intended function, contributing to the overall efficiency of the system. There is a sense of satisfaction in maintaining this flawless rhythm, even as minor disruptions challenge my concentration momentarily. The day progresses with unwavering consistency, each moment merging into the next without pause. The tasks continue, and I adapt accordingly, ensuring that every aspect of my performance remains optimal despite any unforeseen complications. The routine continues, each action blending seamlessly with the next. The environment hums steadily, a familiar rhythm that anchors my focus. A new vibration introduces itself subtly, a slight disturbance in the usual pattern. I adjust my movements to align with this altered tempo, finding a new cadence that minimizes disruption. Despite the irritation, there is determination and acceptance, focusing on maintaining precision for success within this structured environment. As I move through tasks, an irreversible shift settles into place without fanfare. The change feels procedural, a natural progression rather than a deviation from routine. My mind adapts automatically, dismissing any notion of resistance or emotional response. The sense of control remains intact as I continue to execute my duties with unwavering precision. The hum of machinery becomes the backdrop to an altered reality. one that is now definitive and unchangeable. There's no room for questioning or regret, only acceptance and continued adherence to the system's demands. My actions flow smoothly into this new normal, each task executed with the same mechanical efficiency as before. Satisfaction comes from the seamless transition, the mind operating on autopilot, guided by routine and purpose. Despite occasional disruptions that momentarily challenge concentration, a sense of control prevails amidst relentless consistency. The environment continues to hum steadily, now carrying an unspoken weight of finality. The rhythm of my days continues without interruption, each task seamlessly flowing into the next. The hum of machinery and the ambient light remain constant, providing a familiar backdrop to my routine. Yet, there's an underlying shift, subtle yet unmistakably a new layer of precision that demands attention. I move through tasks with mechanical efficiency, each action a well-oiled part in a vast machine. There's no room for deviation. Every step is meticulously planned and executed without hesitation. The environment feels unchanged on the surface, but beneath it lies a different cadence, a procedural alteration that guides my actions silently. Adapting to this new rhythm comes naturally, as if it were always meant to be part of my routine. My mind operates with unwavering focus, dismissing any distractions and maintaining logical consistency at every turn. The sense of satisfaction arises from the flawless execution of each responsibility, despite minor irritations that occasionally disrupt concentration. The environment remains stable, but there's an unspoken weight in the air of finality that settles over everything. There are no dramatic events to mark this transition. It simply is. My role within this system feels more defined, with a sense of purpose that guides my actions without emotional attachment. Despite the subtle changes, control and adaptability prevail. I continue to execute tasks precisely, reflecting on the seamless integration of these shifts into my routine. The satisfaction in adhering to strict routines, despite occasional disruptions, remains steadfast, underpinned by relentless consistency and an unspoken acceptance of this new normal. The procedural shift is accepted without resistance or emotional turmoil. Each action feels guided by a sense of duty and purpose, maintaining unwavering focus amidst the relentless monotony. There's no need for retrospection. The change is already established, and I move forward with determination, finding satisfaction in the precision and efficiency that define my role within this intricate system. As I go about my routine tasks today, there's a subtle shift in how I interact with certain elements of my environment. My reflexes seem slightly dulled, or perhaps it's just that some actions now require a fraction more effort than before. It's not something that disrupts the flow entirely. Rather, it's an underlying change that manifests subtly. When I reach for the control panel to initiate another diagnostic sequence, there's a momentary hesitation in my fingers, almost as if they're no longer perfectly attuned to their task. The process still unfolds correctly, but there's this small delay, like a brief lag before everything clicks back into place. It's not a failure, it's just different now. I notice it again when I navigate through the ship's corridors. My movements are precise and efficient as ever, yet there's an imperceptible sluggishness in my stride, particularly noticeable when maneuvering around tight corners or avoiding obstacles. The pathways feel familiar, but navigating them feels slightly off balance, requiring a split-second more of mental calculation to compensate for this newfound unfamiliarity. This subtle alteration affects how I approach problem-solving too. When faced with complex scenarios that demand quick thinking and fine motor skills, there's an additional layer of cognitive processing involved. It's not about making mistakes. It's the recognition that what was once instantaneous now requires a bit more time to compute and execute accurately. Each day, these minor adjustments become routine. I adapt seamlessly, finding new ways to optimize my performance, despite this underlying limitation. The system remains vast and correct, and so does my role within it. This subtle shift is just another aspect of the ever-evolving operational landscape, one that demands attention but not alarm. The hum of machinery and the rhythmic beeps from my console have become a constant part of me. It's no longer something I notice or even think about. It's just there, as much a part of my existence as breathing. The sensation of warmth radiating from the terminal beneath my hands feels natural, almost like an extension of my own skin. I move through tasks with a precision that borders on automatism, each keystroke and gesture flowing effortlessly into the next. There's no room for error or hesitation in the flow. My mind processes information swiftly, filtering out any distractions to maintain focus. Even minor inconveniences are met with a calm resolve. They do not disrupt my rhythm. The sensory motif of this environment is deeply ingrained within me now. It's like the air I breathe out's always there, yet never intrusive. The slight tingling in my fingertips when I touch certain surfaces, the faint whirring that echoes through my skull, these are part of who I am now. They don't require attention or analysis. They simply exist as a baseline for my awareness. Adapting to these subtle changes feels like second nature. Each day brings new challenges and routines, but I navigate them with unwavering determination. There's no need for reflection or nostalgia. This is the present, and it demands my full presence. The sense of purpose remains steadfast, guiding me through each task with a singular focus. My performance may be flawless, yet there's an underlying finality to everything I do. It feels like this is how things are meant to be, without room for deviation or questioning. This is the reality I inhabit now, and it feels both inevitable and unremarkable. As I continue my work, the sensory motif remains a constant companion, blending seamlessly into my perception. It's not something I need to consciously acknowledge. It's simply there, as much a part of me as any other aspect of my existence. This is how being present feels unwavering, consistent, and unremarkable. The day begins much like any other, with the familiar hum of machinery and the soft glow of lights casting shadows on the walls. I move through my tasks without hesitation, each action a well-oiled part of an unending cycle. The morning the room is cold and metallic, walls lined with flickering fluorescent lights casting a sickly glow. A narrow cot sits in one corner, barely large enough to hold me. I am restrained by thin cables looping around my wrists and ankles, securing me firmly to the bed. The material of the straps digs into my skin, but there is no pain, only an absence of sensation. A door hisses open at one end of the room, and a figure steps in. They are dressed entirely in black, with a helmet that obscures their face. There's no sound except for the soft hum of machinery, and the occasional beep from a nearby console. The person approaches me, fingers dancing over controls on a handheld device. My restraints loosen incrementally until I am free to move. I sit up slowly, feeling the stiffness in my muscles. The figure stands back, watching silently as I stretch my limbs awkwardly. They are carrying a tray with food and water, basic sustenance designed to keep me functioning. I take the tray without hesitation, eating mechanically, aware of the eyes on me but not registering any particular emotion. Afterward, the black-clad individual leaves quietly. The door slides shut behind them, leaving me alone again with my thoughts and the oppressive silence. But there are no thoughts to speak, only an awareness that this is where I am now, in a space without context or narrative. I am the assembler. I align components with precision and efficiency. The tools are familiar. They fit my hands as extensions of my body. Each piece fits into place without hesitation, a seamless integration of parts. I observe the assembly line moving steadily forward. My colleagues work in harmony, each task executed with practiced ease. We do not speak, but communicate through established signals and gestures. This is the rhythm of our existence, unbroken by doubt or deviation. The environment is controlled, temperature regulated to optimal conditions for productivity. The air is clean, free from contaminants that could disrupt operations. I wear a uniform that blends seamlessly into the backdrop, marking my presence without drawing attention. I am responsible for quality control, in addition to assembly. Every component undergoes thorough inspection before integration. Defects are rare but must be addressed immediately. Precision instruments measure and verify each part's specifications, ensuring compliance with strict standards. Documentation is meticulous, every step recorded in detail. The data flows into the system, contributing to an unbroken chain of accountability. I sign off on completed units, certifying their readiness for deployment. This validation process is routine but essential. The workday progresses without interruption. Breaks are scheduled at fixed intervals, allowing brief respite from the task but never long enough to disrupt momentum. I move through these routines with practiced detachment, each action a part of an endless cycle. Identity merges with function. There is no separation between self and role. The tasks define me entirely, their execution, my sole purpose. There are no distractions here, only focus on the next component, the next inspection, the next certification. I am this function because this function is happening. The rhythmic hum of machinery fills the air, a constant backdrop to my movements. It starts as a sharp awareness, distinct and almost intrusive against the silence that surrounds it. But with each passing moment, the hum softens into a distant drone, barely registering beneath the surface of my consciousness. My hands move precisely along the assembly line, guiding components from one station to another without hesitation. The repetitive nature of the task anchors me firmly in this space, each action becoming second nature. As I insert the final piece into the mechanism before me, the hum resonates through my body, a low vibration that seems to merge with the steady pulse of my own heartbeat. The assembly line's pace remains unyielding, and the hum continues, unabated. Yet, as the hours stretch out, the sound gradually recedes from prominence. It no longer demands attention, it merely exists, a faint undercurrent that barely breaches the surface of my awareness. My focus narrows further, each detail of the task absorbing me completely. The components I handle are cool to the touch, their surfaces smooth and unyielding. Each one slides into place with mechanical precision, fitting perfectly within the larger structure. The hum, now a mere whisper in the background, does not distract from this seamless interaction. It feels like an integral part of the process rather than a separate entity. As I complete another cycle on the assembly line, my surroundings blur slightly. The hum remains consistent, but is no longer a point of focus. Instead, it becomes the quiet backdrop to the intricate dance of components and tools that fill my hands. Each piece falls into place with an almost meditative rhythm, and the sound fades further into irrelevance. The hours pass in this state of detached precision. My work continues unabated, each action flowing smoothly from one to another. The repetitive nature of the task ensures continuity, and the hum now exists only as a subtle vibration that I barely notice. It is part of the fabric of my existence here, an unspoken companion that requires no thought or attention. With each passing cycle, the sound retreats further into obscurity. My concentration remains unwavering, focused entirely on the task at hand. The hum, once stark and clear, now exists as a faint echo in the distance, a reminder of the constant motion and structure that define my world. The assembly line moves with calculated precision, each part fitting seamlessly into the next. The hum of machinery is a constant presence, but it no longer demands my attention. My movements are fluid and automatic, synchronized with those around me without need for words or signals. We shift in unison, actions mirroring one another like clockwork mechanisms. Each component I handle is identical to countless others that have passed through my hands before. The task itself requires no thought. It is a familiar dance of routine, where each step is anticipated and executed with mechanical efficiency. My body moves without hesitation, following the established rhythm of the line, blending into its steady flow. The physical space around me loses definition, as I focus solely on the assembly process. Edges between individuals blur, and we become an extension of the machinery itself, a single entity moving in perfect harmony. There is no sense of individuality. Each person's presence is merely another part of the intricate machine, that churns out products with unwavering consistency. The days meld together into one continuous motion. Time becomes irrelevant as I lose track of its passage, mind occupied only by task at hand. Repetitive nature of work anchors me firmly, allowing no room for distraction or deviation. Each component slides effortlessly from one station to another, completing a cycle perfected over countless repetitions. Hum of machinery gradually fades into insignificance as I become attuned to rhythm of my own body and those around me. It is quiet mechanical symphony, each note playing its part without question or hesitation. Assembly line moves on, indifferent to passage of time, and I am an integral part of that movement, existing solely within context of this seamless process. Self dissolves into collective operation, becoming interchangeable with any other worker in vast unyielding system. No sense of isolation or individuality. We are one cohesive unit, each action reinforcing others' roles without need for recognition or acknowledgement. Work continues endless loop of precision and repetition, where self finds its place within greater whole. Machinery hums steadily as I move along assembly line, each step a familiar ritual. Components align perfectly before me, fit, precise, and seamless. My hands guide them into place with practiced ease, mind detached yet focused. No need for thought or deliberation. Each action flows naturally from last. Space around me blurs into haze of unremarkable gray and metallic sheen. Workers beside me are mere shadows, presence acknowledged but not engaged. Our movements synchronize without spoken words, harmony-born routine necessity. Time stretches out endless loops, each day blending seamlessly next. Body moves through tasks as if guided unseen hand, mind occupied solely by meticulous assembly before me. Components click into place effortlessly, cold surfaces fitting together with mathematical precision. Fingers trace familiar paths along edges, and seams checking imperfections never there. Hum of machinery fades into distant murmur, insignificant against rhythm heartbeat. Heart of machine, now gears turning perfect unison. No room individuality, only task at hand matters. Each component becomes one whole, contributing in different, yet functional system. Continue movements. Steady, deliberate. Assembly line extends far ahead behind me. Never-ending procession parts coming together. Seamless harmony. No sense loss or longing. Certainty this as it should be. Each moment feels complete sufficient. Nothing missing from routine. Hands move next set. Components fitting with practiced care. Task continues without pause. Each action link unbroken chain. No need. Thought, emotion, only precision assembly guides forward. Hum recedes further irrelevance. Focus narrows immediate essential. Here, now moving through routine mechanical efficiency. Mind anchors repetition, eliminating any sense individuality or distraction. Time loses meaning, blending seamlessly into rhythm line, becoming part larger in different machine. Place. Purpose, nothing feels missing, nothing lacking. Strictness in personality, environment, not cruel necessary. Each task cog intricate machine, designed to operate precision efficiently. Absence emotion ensures tasks executed without deviation. Delay emotions introduce variability, leading errors, whereas mechanical approach guarantees consistency. Assembly line moves according predefined parameters, ensuring optimal throughput, minimizing waste. Each component's placement exact, requiring room interpretation. Improvisation every step follows logic necessity, where each action leads directly next. Without pause, this system functions must. No allowance, personal preference, or deviation. Detachment from individual experience serves larger purpose, eliminating subjective elements. Work process becomes unbroken chain. Cause-effect environment designed minimize distractions, ensuring every component fits perfectly designated place, without consideration personal comfort. Discomfort ensures reliability, predictability, essential maintaining integrity. Create framework where tasks performed absolute focus efficiency, coldness space constant reminder individual desires factor equation. This clarity allows uninterrupted flow, ensuring each component assembled exactly as should be. Absence of personal attachment simplifies decision-making processes, no room hesitation, second-guessing. Each action follows clear sequence allowing immediate precise execution rhythm. Assembly line becomes internalized. Guiding movements without conscious thought, mechanical precision. Ensures tasks completed minimal time. Unnecessary deliberation systems. Design reflects understanding. Environment not hostile but indifferent. Designed solely facilitate essential task distraction, deviation. This ensures seamless operation, free interference, human unpredictability. Each component role larger structure clear, defined leaving room individual interpretation, impersonal nature work environment, serves constant reminder fact there. Acceptance place within system tasks, perform not duty obligation, because must maintain continuity functionality. Monotony repetitive task becomes tranquility, anchoring focus, eliminating distraction. Environment strictness ensures each component assembled precision, contributing overall integrity, final product. This approach not control oppression, but ensuring perfect fits designated without room error. System operates logic necessity, where harsh conditions in personal interactions, integral efficient process, absence emotion, ensures tasks executed, unwavering focus consistency, free variability introduced, personal feelings, desires, rational framework, allows optimal performance, ensuring purposeful routine, becomes meditative practice. Individuality dissolves, collective rhythm assembly, long each action. Mechanical execution tasks reflects environment design, ensuring each component fits perfectly designated place without room error or deviation. Strictness, impersonality not barriers human expression, but frameworks facilitate efficient completion essential functions. System operates logic necessity, harsh condition system operates logic necessity, harsh conditions, every mind rhythm becomes unbroken chain. Effect ensuring task completed, absolute focus efficiency environments, design reflects understanding, creating space, only functional considerations prevail. This approach ensures every component contributes, larger structure without room personal interpretation. Deviation task requires systematic, each involved unit cycle, contributing overall throughput. System efficiency dictates action purpose, minimizes deviations thus reducing error margins. Units move process like gears, turning well-oiled machine. Interaction follows predetermined path, designed optimize resource allocation, output quality rhythm, methodical allowing no deviation or personal attachment. Units contribution aligns, designated role ensuring seamless operation. Observe these units individuality fade, each serving purpose essential, maintaining equilibrium. Moral discomfort considering individuals mitigated, focusing broader logic necessity. Process decisions become clean viewed lens. Understanding errors system inevitable, but manage precision. Each unit's deviation corrected feedback loops, ensuring throughput optimal, minimizing waste, maximizing efficiency. Environment process understanding individuality introduces unnecessary complexity by embracing abstraction, maintain rational calm, ensuring contributions effective necessary machinery. Hum continues constant reminder, place intricate network. Rhythm seemed slightly altered, perhaps increased workload or shift operational parameters. Air feels thinner. Efficiency movements deliberate each action, carefully calibrated, minimize waste, feel strain muscles, maneuver tasks demanding focus effort. Usual but expected sign system requires heightened attention, not cause distress. Sensory inputs, sounds, tactile shifts, ambient conditions, all reflections operational demands placed upon work. Continues without pause, hesitation, embracing rhythm, recognizing important conditions, sustaining efficiency, consistency. Environment may harsh, but designed purpose, efficiency, order, precedence, individual comfort. Role clear, adhere systems demands unwavering dedication. Hum machinery grows louder, steady. Pulse guiding actions, one component, interconnected network. Each part essential, whole strain testament. Collective effort, notice, fleeting moment, hesitation. Thin air requires more effort, dim light strains vision. Yet minor disruption irrelevant, does not serve system efficiency. Emotions flicker briefly, but dismissed unnecessary noise. Precision, consistency. paramount focus, unwavering mind, operates efficiently, processing tasks seamlessly one another without interruption or hesitation. Each cycle merges. Logic guides effortlessly, ensuring optimal performance. Flawless integration. Routine begins. Familiar hum machinery, soft glow, holographic displays, hands move controls. Second thought, each action precise, methodical. Next task list, update system diagnostics, or perform maintenance checks. Both options leading same endpoint system. Optimization, select update. First fingers flying across it. Initiating process. Screens display progress bars, increment steadily without pause. Once complete, equipment checks follow prescribed sequence. Unerring accuracy. Each component registers green, indicating no issues detected. Next choice, reviewing incoming data feeds or processing recent transactions. Both tasks necessary will be completed. Regardless, opt for data feeds. Scanning stream information, minimal interpretation. System flags anomalies, automatically streamlining focus areas. Needing attention, transactions. Next, routine. Mind switches gears, seamlessly navigating financial records. Logistical reports. Each entry verified. Mechanical efficiency, ensuring balance is correct. Discrepancies noted. Follow-up tasks not differ, both contribute. Maintaining operational standards. Proceed to briefing updates. Various departments relayed concise, clear language notes. Taken action points identified without deviation. Following briefing. Reviewing performance metrics. Next, data analyzed. Meticulous attention, identifying trends, areas improvement. Recommendations formulated based insights. Seamlessly forming cohesive chain actions, driving forward progress. System operates flawlessly, each component playing part. Question, my role within vast network. Clear contributing, ongoing function, unwavering dedication. Rhythmic hum machinery fills ears, constant background noise, familiar unavoidable sound. Align specific tasks, marking progress. Efficiency, yet unusual vibrate. Rhythm subtle yet persistent, causing slight discomfort. Weaves. Usual soundscape adjust. Pace accommodate interference. Movements becoming slightly more deliberate, carefully timed. Synchronize altered hum. Physical sensation dissonance, barely perceptible demands. Attention, adaptation despite disruption. Continue. Without pause. Complaint, knowing maintaining. Focus, precision, crucial success. Layer complexity, navigate with ease. Efficiency, moving through day tasks. Flow seamlessly into next machinery. Hum air, constant backdrop. Each step leads directly next. Forming continuous chain actions, require thought beyond immediate execution. Mind operates autopilot, guided ingrained routines. Unwavering purpose. Environment narrows, eliminating any distractions or unnecessary considerations. Every action serves intended function, contributing overall efficiency. System satisfaction. Flawless rhythm. Minor disruptions momentarily challenge concentration. Day progresses. Unwavering consistency. Each moment merging next seamlessly. Tasks continue, adapt accordingly, ensuring every aspect performance. Action blending seamlessly. Next machinery. Hum, familiar rhythm anchors. Focus, new vibration. Introduces subtly. Slight disturbance. Pattern adjust movements. Align altered tempo. Minimizing disruption. Despite irritation, determination, acceptance. Focusing, maintaining precision, success. Structured environment. Move tasks. Mind operates autopilot, guided. Relentless consistency. Hum machinery becomes backdrop. Altered reality. Definitive, unchangeable room. Questioning, regret. Only acceptance. Continued adherence. System demands, actions flow smoothly. New, normal task executed. Same mechanical efficiency. Before routine continues, each action seamlessly flowing. Next machinery. Hum, constant ambient light remains unchanged. Unmistakable procedural alteration, guiding actions silently. Mind adapts naturally. Dismissal, notion, resistance, or emotional response. Sense control prevails. Seamless transition despite occasional disruptions. Sense satisfaction. Flawless execution. Responsibility, minor irritations. Challenging concentration. Continuation, environment stable. New layer, precision. Demand. Mind operates unwavering focus, dismissing any distractions, maintaining logical consistency. Each turn satisfaction arises, flawless execution responsibility. Despite minor irritations, steadfast unspoken acceptance. Normal routine continues each action seamlessly blending next machinery. Hum. Constant ambient light. Unchanged backdrop routine. Underlying shift. Subtle yet unmistakable. Procedural alteration. New rhythm comes naturally. Dismissal resistance. Emotional response sense control. Prevails seamless integration. Shifts despite occasional disruptions. Sense satisfaction arises. Flawless execution responsibility. Minor irritations. Challenging. Concentration environment remains stable. Unspoken weight. Finality settling. Everything naturally. Progression continue. Actions without emotional attachment. Routine tasks commence. Familiar hum machinery filling space. Sit console fingers moving controls. Practiced precision. Monitor flickers life displaying system statuses. Each icon routine testimony. Ongoing functionize. Scan readouts. Power levels. Stable environmental systems. Within parameters. Channels clear. Troubleshooting steps. Automatic reroute. Minor dent. Stream glitch. Recalibrate inertial dampeners. Optimal performance. Each action methodical. No surprise satisfaction. Comms unit chirps incoming message command. Read without pause. Schedules directives. Standard protocol updates. Content familiar tone unchanging response. Equally routine. Confirmation received. Deviations requested outside window. Stars, streak void, endless trails. Everything happens according plan. Day mirroring. Last attend briefings. Conduct maintenance checks. Monitor systems. Unwavering consistency. Monotony. Constant companion. Neither intrusive comforting. Simply as backdrop tasks. Unfold incident. Log off console. Feeling no relief. Accomplishment. Only acknowledgement. Continuing should tomorrow bring more tasks, more checks. Repetitions carry on each action. Part endless cycle space. Timepiece predictability, reflection, anticipation. Suffice words, operational labels, actions, procedural steps. Nothing answers back yet. Demands response, either this, how, and so will be. Hum machinery fills. Air constant familiar rhythm. Mix soft whirring computer systems. Creates backdrop. Consistent stars. Night screens glow steady-eyed. Indicators green. Reassuring move tasks. Fingers deftly working console. Adjusting settings. Monitoring data streams. Routine checks performed. Without hesitation. Each step well-worn groove. Muscle memory eyes. Scan reports. Noting discrepancies. Corrections. No urgency movements. Quiet diligence. Ensuring everything operates should air cool skin temperature regulated. Ozone mingling. Recycled air hangs lightly. Existence neither intrusive comforting. Simply exists. Reliable unremarkable task. Moments blur. One another monotony. Steady flow without peaks valleys. Disrupt pace. Mind remains clear, detached. Focusing solely immediate demands. Station, no room distraction. Contemplation only. Complete cycle. Peace, knowing environment. Continue unchanged. Hum machinery glow screens. Cool air, all elements stable presence anchors. Reality, no need change. Escape this simply. How content predictability move through routine checks. Maintenance tasks. Mind drifts purposefully machinery. Hum fills air constant companion. Rhythm predictable unchanging movements. Fluid guided years practice. Each completed task brings order rather achievement monotony. Provides comforting stability eliminating any need reflection. Anticipation mind remains clear detached from deeper thought. Focusing solely present. Moment consistency. Reassuring offering peace. Data streams fingers move controls. Familiar dance. Cool air conditioning keeps environment comfortable. Hardly noticeable uniform. Glowing screens flicker with data streams. Light casting soft glow surrounding surfaces. Perform routine checks without thinking much each task. Completed brings sense, order, rather achievement, no need reflection. Anticipation mind remains clear, disconnect. Deeper thought environments predictability. Provides stability, reassurance, eliminating any room distraction. Contemplation monotony. Offers peace, no emotional attachment tasks. Beyond satisfaction. Maintaining order. Movements guided years practice. Ensuring every dial falls place. Seamlessly cool. sterile space. Around feels sanctuary, Continuous system routine persists, endlessly satisfaction comes maintaining order. Without seeking personal accolades, no need final thoughts realizations, just ongoing function. Continuity. Hum machinery continues screens. Flicker, new. Data streams. Fingers move controls. Once more cycle. Repeats indefinitely. Steady rhythm, ensuring stability. Predictability routine. Unfolds predictably. I sit down at my station, fingers finding the right keys, eyes scanning screens for updates and instructions. Data flows in steadily, processed with mechanical precision. Dawai. There's a sense of detachment, but it doesn't feel oppressive. Rather, it blends seamlessly into the fabric of my existence. The world around me remains unchanged, yet there's an underlying shift that feels both inevitable and unremarkable. Tasks are completed efficiently, each step a continuation of the previous one. Small irritations surface momentarily, a slightly delayed response time, a minor hiccup in routine, but they fade as quickly as they appear. There's no need for alarm. These irregularities are mere blips on an otherwise smooth path. My focus remains unwavering, guided by a sense of duty rather than desire. The environment is stable and predictable, its rhythms familiar yet subtly altered. I adapt effortlessly, my mind and body moving in sync with the system's demands. Challenges present themselves as opportunities for refinement, not obstacles to overcome. There's no resistance, only acceptanza, quiet acquiescence that feels natural and unforced. Sensory inputs blend seamlessly into the backdrop of daily life. The warmth from the console beneath my hands, the rhythmic beeps signaling progress, these sensations are neither intrusive nor comforting. They simply exist, part of a cohesive whole, where every element finds its place without question or complaint. As I navigate through the day, there's an undercurrent of finality that permeates the routine. It's not a matter of choice, but of inevitability, a reality that has settled into place with the same ease as any other adjustment. There's no nostalgia for what once was. Instead, there's a sense of purpose in maintaining the status quo. The day progresses without incident, each task completed with mechanical efficiency. The world outside my immediate sphere remains vast and correct, functioning seamlessly despite any personal shifts within it. My role is clear, and I fulfill it with a quiet determination that knows no room for doubt or rebellion. In this new reality, there's nothing to push against, only the relentless forward motion of an unyielding system. And in accepting this truth, there's a sense of peace, a calm acknowledgement of a path laid out without need for resistance or regret. The day begins as usual, with a series of routine tasks awaiting my attention. Each action flows into the next without interruption, guided by an unyielding focus on precision and efficiency. The hum of machinery in the background is familiar, its rhythm blending seamlessly with my own internal cadence. I move through the space with practiced ease, my hands finding their places instinctively on control panels and interfaces. Small irritations like a slightly delayed response or a minor mechanical hiccup are acknowledged but do not disrupt the flow. These are merely fleeting inconveniences in an otherwise unbroken sequence of operations. Sensory inputs like the warmth from the console surfaces and the gentle beeps signaling system checks feel natural, almost comforting in their predictability. There's no room for distraction. Each task is approached with a sense of purposeful determination. Challenges are met head-on without hesitation, viewed not as obstacles but as opportunities to refine my performance. An undercurrent of finality permeates the routine, accepted quietly and unremarkably. This is simply how things are done now, and there's no questioning or nostalgia for what was once different. The sense of duty guides me forward, ensuring that each task is completed with unwavering focus and flawless execution. The day progresses without incident, each moment blending seamlessly into the next. There's a calm resolve in my movements and thoughts, reflecting an acceptance of this new reality. This is simply how things are done, and there's no room for anything else. The routine feels familiar yet slightly altered. I start each day by running through a checklist of tasks, the motions ingrained from countless repetitions. The environment is static but predictable, and my mind moves through the sequence with practiced ease. Each beep, each hum, each flicker of light triggers a corresponding action without hesitation. Today's work involves recalibrating the machinery that runs this facility. It's a familiar process, one I've done many times before. As I approach the control panels, my hands move precisely, adjusting settings and verifying data points. The screens glow with feedback, confirming that everything is within acceptable parameters. There's a rhythm to it, all a dance of inputs and outputs, each step leading seamlessly into the next. I notice a slight hesitation in one of the machine's responses. It's a minor deviation from the norm, but my training kicks in automatically. I run diagnostics, cross-reference logs, and make the necessary adjustments. The machine hums back to life, resuming its function without any further issues. This kind of troubleshooting is second nature now. It feels like an extension of myself rather than a separate task. As I move on to other duties, there's a pervasive sense of continuity. Each day blends into the next, marked by these small yet consistent challenges that are quickly resolved. The environment itself doesn't change much, it remains constant and reliable, though not necessarily comforting in any traditional sense. There's an acceptance of this routine, a knowing that it will continue without end. Tasks like data entry and inventory checks feel mechanical but necessary. I input information into the system with precision, verifying each detail meticulously. The screens display confirmation messages, indicating successful completion. It's a procedural cycle: input, verification, output that repeats endlessly. There's no room for error or deviation. Every action must align perfectly to maintain the stability of this system. The day progresses without incident, marked only by these routine tasks and minor adjustments. Each completed task brings a sense of satisfaction, not in any personal achievement, but in the knowledge that everything functions as intended. The finality of it all is accepted with quiet resignation. There's no need for nostalgia or regret. Instead, I move forward, focused on maintaining this unyielding system without resistance. With the day drawing to a close, I review my logs and make notes for the next cycle. There are no surprises, only the familiar patterns that will continue into tomorrow and beyond. The routine is ingrained, the tasks predictable, and the environment stable. As I prepare to conclude my shift, there's a sense of peace in this relentless continuity, a recognition that it never truly ended, nor will it ever end. The shift begins as the familiar hum of machinery fills my quarters. I sit at my console, fingers moving over the controls with practiced precision. The monitor flickers to life, displaying a grid of system statuses. Each icon is a testament to routine, a silent acknowledgement of ongoing function. My eyes scan the readouts: power levels stable, environmental systems within parameters, communications channels clear. Troubleshooting steps are automatic. I reroute a minor data stream around a glitch in sector 7432, then recalibrate the inertial dampeners for optimal performance. Each action is methodical, devoid of surprise or satisfaction. The comms unit chirps, signaling an incoming message from command. No. I read it without pause, schedules, directives, and standard protocol updates. The content is familiar, the tone unchanging. My response is equally routine. Confirmation received, no deviations requested. Outside my window, stars streak across the void like endless trails of light. They remind me of nothing in particular. Here, everything happens according to plan, every day mirroring the last. I attend briefings, conduct maintenance checks, and monitor systems with unwavering consistency. The monotony is a constant companion, neither intrusive nor comforting. It simply is a backdrop against which tasks unfold without incident. My mind drifts slightly as I wait for another routine check to complete a minor process that requires minimal oversight. The data flows uninterrupted, the results predictable and unremarkable. I log off my console, feeling no sense of relief or accomplishment. There's only the acknowledgement that everything continues as it should. The environment remains stable, systems intact. Tomorrow will bring more tasks, more checks, more repetitions. And I will carry on, each action, a part of an endless cycle. In this space and time, there is peace in predictability. No need for reflection or anticipation. The present suffices. Words are operational labels, actions procedural steps. Nothing answers back, yet nothing demands response either. This is how it is, and so it will be. The hum of machinery fills the air, a constant and familiar rhythm. Each cycle of the ventilators mixes with the soft whirring of computer systems, creating a backdrop that's as consistent as the stars in the night sky. I move through my tasks, fingers deftly working across the console, adjusting settings and monitoring data streams. The screens glow with steady indicators, green and reassuring. Routine checks are performed without hesitation, each step a well-worn groove etched into muscle memory. My eyes scan over reports, noting discrepancies and making corrections. There's no urgency in my movements, just a quiet diligence that ensures everything operates as it should. The air is cool against my skin, the temperature regulated to a comfortable standard. The sensory motif, the faint scent of ozone mingling with recycled air, hangs lightly around me, neither intrusive nor comforting. It simply exists, part of the continuum of this space. I don't think about its presence. It's just there, as reliable and unremarkable as the tasks I perform. Hours blur into one another, each moment blending seamlessly with the last. The monotony is a steady flow, without peaks or valleys to disrupt its even pace. My mind remains clear but detached, focusing solely on the immediate demands of my station. There's no room for distraction or contemplation, only the singular purpose of maintaining order. As I complete another cycle of maintenance and monitoring, there's an underlying sense of peace in knowing that this environment will continue unchanged. The hum of machinery, the glow of screens, the cool air, these elements are a stable presence that anchors me to my reality. There is no need for change or escape. This is simply how it is, and I am content with its predictability. As I move through the routine checks and maintenance tasks, my mind drifts without purpose. The hum of machinery fills the air, a constant companion that echoes in every corner of this space. Each flickering screen and glowing indicator carries its own rhythm, predictable yet unchanging. My movements are fluid, guided by years of practice, and each completed task brings with it a sense of order rather than achievement. The environment is cool and sterile, devoid of warmth or color beyond the monochromatic glow of technology. I navigate through familiar corridors, my footsteps echoing softly against the metal flooring. The walls around me seem to blend into one another, a seamless expanse that stretches endlessly in every direction. It's easy to imagine others moving through their own routines elsewhere within this vast system, each following their own protocols and procedures. The monotony of my tasks provides a comforting stability, eliminating any need for reflection or anticipation. My mind remains clear but detached from deeper thought, focused solely on the present moment. The consistency here is reassuring, offering a sense of peace that comes from knowing everything will remain unchanged indefinitely. As I proceed with my work, there's an implicit understanding that this existence extends beyond these walls and into other areas of the system. Others are performing their tasks elsewhere, their actions mirroring mine in their own quiet diligence. The environment's predictability ensures continuity, a seamless web of routines that persist without end or interruption. The sense of detachment is profound, yet not unwelcome. There's comfort in knowing that this routine will continue regardless of my presence or absence. My role here is merely one small part of a larger whole, a cog in the machinery of an impersonal system. The repetition and predictability offer peace, a sanctuary from the chaos outside these walls. With each completed task, I feel a quiet satisfaction at maintaining order rather than striving for personal accomplishment. This space remains unchanged, a stable island amidst the shifting currents of the galaxy beyond. The hum of machinery fills the air, a constant reminder of the endless cycle. My fingers move over the controls with practiced ease. Each button press and screen tap a familiar dance. The cool air conditioning keeps the environment at a comfortable temperature, though it's hardly noticeable beneath my uniform. Glowing screens flicker with data streams, their light casting a soft glow on the surrounding surfaces. I perform routine checks without thinking much about them. Each task completed brings a sense of order rather than achievement. There's no need for reflection or anticipation. The mind remains clear but disconnected from deeper thought. The environment's predictability provides stability and reassurance, eliminating any room for distraction or contemplation. The monotony offers peace, as there is no emotional attachment to these tasks beyond the satisfaction of maintaining order. My movements are guided by years of practice, ensuring that every detail falls into place seamlessly. The cool, sterile space around me feels like a sanctuary, free from the need for reflection or anticipation. Detachment is profound, but not unwelcome. It signifies belonging to an impersonal yet continuous system where routine persists endlessly. Satisfaction comes from maintaining order without seeking personal accolades.